Dating in 2025? Yeah, it's complicated. From Snapchat streaks that go nowhere to Hinge convos that start strong and end in ghosting, the apps are wild out here. In this video, I'm breaking down the real pros and cons of the biggest dating apps from a guy's perspective. Snapchat, Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, Instagram. Even Facebook dating, yes, that's still a thing. If you've ever been left on read, curved after a match, or risked it all in the DMs, you're going to feel this one. Let's talk dating apps. The good, the bad, and the painfully relatable. Snapchat dating, where flirting is temporary, feelings are ignored, and red flags are sent as selfies. Let's talk about dating on Snapchat, especially from a guy's perspective. If I had to rank it, I'd probably drop in the B tier. It's not trash, but it's definitely not top shelf. It's like fast food dating, fun in the moment, but not something you build a future on. The pros. First, the low-key vibe is unmatched. There's no pressure, no elaborate profiles, no endless scrolling, just snaps, streaks, and vibes. It's basically dating in stealth mode. Sometimes, even you don't know if it's serious or not, and that's kind of the point. Second, Snapchat lets you be playful without trying too hard. With filters, bitmojis, and inside jokes, it's easy to flirt without coming off as cringy. You can be goofy, mysterious, or casually flirty, all within a 10-second window. Then there's the quick access. Want to see what she's up to? Just check her story. Feeling bold? Send a sup selfie and roll the dice. Snapchat makes it super easy to stay in the loop or shoot your shot, all without leaving the app. Lastly, it feels more in the moment than texting. You're not stuck waiting hours for a hey back. You get face-to-face snaps in real time. Kind of like FaceTime, but without the commitment, awkward silences, or the need to wear pants. The cons. But with all that casual fun comes a lot of chaos. First off, there's zero depth. Snapchat conversations are just vibes. There's no context, no background, and no clue what the other person is actually like. You're basically trying to build a connection from disappearing pictures and the shared trauma of streak pressure. And speaking of trauma, ghosting isn't just common. It's basically a feature. She could open your snap, say nothing, and poof, it's gone. No receipts, no closure, just vibes and regret. Snapchat also has serious hookup energy. If you're looking for anything real, prepare to dig through a pile of thirst traps, cryptic selfies, and WYD snaps at 2 a.m. It's like trying to find love in a club that's been open since 2014. And finally, nothing is saved. No memories, no receipts, no evidence. Which sounds fun until you catch feelings. It's 3 a.m. and you're re-watching your ceiling fan, trying to remember what her last snap said before she vanished. So, is Snapchat good for dating? If you're into fast, flirty, and emotionally unstable situationships, absolutely. But if you're looking for something real, where feelings are expressed in full sentences and not just selfies, maybe stick to Hinge, my guy. Now be honest, how many streaks have you ruined by catching feelings? Or better yet, what's your worst Snapchat story? We've all been there. Hinge dating. Will you actually read bios, answer prompts, and still get ghosted anyway? Hinge is the dating app you open when you're tired of snap streaks, exhausted by Tinder swipes, and ready to maybe meet someone who knows their attachment style. As a dude, it feels like the one place you're actually allowed to have a personality, but that doesn't mean it's all smooth sailing. I'd rank Hinge A tier, but with enough red flags to keep you humble. First off, it feels like real dating. You've got detailed profiles, prompts that give you actual insight into someone's vibe, and photos that don't vanish in 10 seconds. You're not just tossing a fire emoji into the void. You're reading her take on the dorkiest thing about me, and try to respond with something clever or at least not cringe. It rewards effort. On Hinge, if you can string together a sentence and know how to have a conversation beyond WID, you're already ahead of most of the competition. Women actually appreciate thoughtful messages here. You can win if you play it smart and stay authentic. You're also more likely to find people who are looking for something beyond just come over vibes. Not everyone's out here searching for a soulmate, but the emotional maturity level is noticeably higher. Hinge feels like a space for people who aren't completely afraid of catching feelings. And once the algorithm gets to know you, spoiler, she has tattoos, a nose ring, and reads Colleen Hoover, it starts throwing out matches so on point. You'd think your Spotify Wrapped helped pick them. But let's be honest, just because the app is deeper doesn't mean the people are. One of the biggest L's? Effort doesn't always pay off. You could craft the perfect reply to her most controversial opinion, only to get ghosted harder than Casper at a family reunion. Ghosting hits different when it follows a real conversation, especially one you actually tried on. Then there's the unspoken competition. Everyone on Hinge is a part-time traveler, full-time foodie, emotionally available, and definitely over their ex. It's curated vulnerability. And if you're not posing on a mountain, holding a dog that's not yours, or cooking pasta in a sunlit kitchen, you might feel like you're already behind. Next up, analysis paralysis. Hinge markets itself for serious dating, which often turns into overthinking everything. You could be 10 messages deep, vibing, even planning a coffee date, and then boom, they disappear like they never existed. Ghosting hurts worse when it's someone you actually had to write for. And finally, the pressure. Hinge calls itself the app designed to be deleted, but that can mess with your head. Some people treat it like their last shot at love. Like if this fails, they're adopting a cat and emotionally checking out. It's not exactly chill energy. So, is Hinge good for dating? If you got some game, a little patience, and know how to reply to, let's make sure this date isn't awkward, with something better than, oh, same, then yeah, Hinge is a solid move. It's a place for actual conversations, potential real connections, and maybe, something long-term. But don't get too comfy. Ghosting still happens. Red flags are just better hidden. And sometimes serious dating just means seriously confusing. So tell me, how many heartfelt messages have you sent just to get hit with a like and zero follow-up? Or what's the worst date that started off with a prompt about your love for tacos and ended with existential dread? We've all suffered for the cause, or at least for the promise of a halfway decent brunch. Facebook dating. Yes, it exists. No, your aunt doesn't run it. Yet, the asterisk. Let's break down the pros and cons of Facebook dating from a guy's perspective, because this app is different, like D-tier different. It's not quite the worst, but it's hanging out at the bottom with a plate of cold potato salad and confusing notifications. The pros. First off, low competition is a real thing here. Not everyone's flocking to Facebook dating, which means if you're even halfway decent, you might actually stand out. You're a 7 on Tinder? You're a 10 here, my guy. It's your time to shine. Second, there's something refreshing about real profiles. Since it's tied to actual Facebook accounts, catfish activity is way lower. You're talking to real people, not bots or someone pretending to be a traveling yoga instructor with one suspiciously good selfie. Another win? It's hidden from your friends list. Facebook doesn't show your dating profile to your friends, bless, so your coworkers won't see you out here thirsting. Unless, of course, you match with your coworker. Then, well, good luck at the next staff meeting. And weirdly enough, it's chill. The flexing is minimal. You're not scrolling through yachts, festivals, and skydiving selfies. Instead, it's more, here's me holding my dog in a Target parking lot. Kinda wholesome in a very Facebook way. The cons. But now let's get real. Using Facebook dating can sometimes feel like dating at a family barbecue. You're swiping on someone and suddenly realize you have 5 mutual friends, one of which is your mom. The vibe gets real weird, real fast. It's giving, I think I know her from church. Also, it's still Facebook, bro. The app your dad uses to post blurry backyard grill pics is the same platform trying to help you find love. The interface feels like it's stuck in 2013 and not in a nostalgic way. And the user pool? Tiny. If you're in a smaller city or just swipe a lot, you'll run out of matches faster than your patience during Thanksgiving dinner. Options are limited. And sometimes your best match is someone who shares a meme about Minions daily. To top it all off, it's glitchy and basic. The UI is clunky, notifications don't always show up, and sometimes the app just stops working. It's almost like Facebook forgot it even as a dating feature. Honestly, we kind of forget too. So, is Facebook dating worth trying? If you're tired of Tinder, bored of Bumble, and just want to date someone who probably still plays Candy Crush, sure, give it a shot. But be ready for mutual friends, outdated vibes, and possibly the most low-key dates of your life. Now tell me, what's your wildest Facebook dating story? Or, be honest, have you actually used it? No shame here. We're all navigating this digital dating mess together. Bumble, the dating app where she makes the first move, asterisk, asterisk. Sounds great, right? Well, yes. And also, no. If I had to rank it, Bumble sits comfortably in C tier, not terrible, not amazing, just kind of vibing in the middle. It's that one app you check when Tinder feels too chaotic and Hinge feels too deep. The pros. First and most obvious, women message first. No need to stress over crafting that awkward first DM. You match, you chill, she has to open. It's like finally being the one chased. Kinda, it's a small win, but we'll take it. Then there's the more intentional vibe. Compared to Tinder, Bumble gives off major, I have a skincare routine, energy. Bios are longer, photos are curated, and people seem a little more serious, at least on the surface. Bumble also gives you filters. Whether you're looking for something casual, serious, or someone who's 5 feet 6 inches and owns 3 rescue dogs, you can actually filter for that. It's like Amazon Prime, but for dating. And sadly, no one delivers in 2 days. Design-wise, it's sleek. The interface is clean, modern, and way less chaotic than most other apps. It feels like you're being productive, even when you're just swiping in bed at 1 a.m. The cons. But of course, it's not all smooth. For starters, she has a message first, but she might not. You match, you wait, and then nothing. If she doesn't message within 24 hours, the match disappears. Congrats! You just watched a potential connection self-destruct in real time. Even when she does message, the quality isn't always there. It's usually a hey or what's up. So much power, and yet so little effort. This is basically the girl version of a dry opener, and it hits just as hard. And let's be real, it still feels one-sided. Bumble gives you a 5-second break, then hands a ball back. She opens with hi, and now it's up to you to carry the convo, make her laugh, ask questions, plan the date, and probably send a meme too. Then there's the pressure of matching back. Sometimes you swipe just to see if they'll message, and then when they do, it's hey, and you suddenly regret everything. The thrill turns into, why did I even open this app? So, is Bumble worth it for guys? Yeah, If you like well-written bios better than average convos, and occasionally getting ghosted after a hi, it's not perfect, but it's definitely better than wading through the Tinder swamp every single day. Fellas, ever had a Bumble match actually message you with something real? Let me know in the comments. Bonus points if she said more than hey. Tinder, the app where you can go from hey to left on red in 2.3 seconds. Let's talk about the real pros and cons of Tinder as a guy. No filters, no sugarcoating. I'd personally rank Tinder A tier, not because it's deep or meaningful, but because it works in its own chaotic, emotionally confusing way. The pros. First, Tinder can deliver fast matches. Sometimes. If your picks are solid, and you've got even a hint of charisma, Tinder can hit like a slot machine. It's addictive, exciting, and every now and then it actually pays out. The huge user base is another win. Tinder's the biggest name in the dating game, which means whether you're in a massive city or a town with 2 stoplights, someone's swiping nearby. It's a buffet. Just hope you're someone's flavor. Then there's the easy entry. You don't need a paragraph-long prompt or a deep emotional essay. Just upload a few pics, write a one-liner, and boom, you're in the game. It's low effort, low barrier, and yes, high chaos. And if you're just in it for the casual vibes, Tinder's the king of let's see where this goes. No pressure, no expectations, just vibes for better or worse. The cons. But Tinder's not all wins. First and foremost, it's a looks game. Unless you're a model, have a six-pack, or are holding a golden retriever puppy in your first photo. You're swiping in hard mode. First impressions are everything here, and the window to make one is about 0.7 seconds. Tinder is also ghosting central. The app should honestly come with a seen and ignored feature. You can match, send a message, and then absolutely nothing. Matches are free. Effort is not. Engagement is another issue. A lot of people use Tinder like a game. They swipe endlessly, rarely reply, and seem more interested in boosting their ego than actually connecting. At times, it feels like no one really wants to talk. They're just collecting matches like Pokemon cards. And finally, confidence can take a hit. If your match rate drops or your inbox is silent, it can really mess with your head. Tinder is like emotional roulette. Sometimes you win, but more often, you slowly spiral after getting ghosted by someone whose bio just said pizza. So, is Tinder worth it as a guy? Asterisk, asterisk. Sure, if you go in with realistic expectations. Don't take it too seriously. Use it for fun, not validation. Swipe smart, message chill, and most importantly, protect your peace. Because yes, swiping is free, but peace of mind is priceless. Now tell me, what's your most unhinged Tinder story? Or be honest, how many times have you been ghosted this month? No shame, we've all been there. Instagram, not a dating app, but also absolutely a dating app. Let's be honest, Instagram wasn't built for dating, but that hasn't stopped anyone. In 2025, it's basically a digital nightclub where everyone's flexing, flirting, and finessing. I'd personally rank it S tier, because if you've got the right game, Instagram can do work, but it's not for the faint of heart. The pros, first off, Instagram is a new flex zone. Your profile is your dating resume. Travel pics, gym vids, thirst traps, dog content. All carefully curated to make you look about 23% cooler than you are in real life. And it works. Then there's a vibe. No algorithms, just vibes. You're not swiping, you're sniping. See a story, drop a reaction. Like 3 pics, wait. She likes 2 back? It's go time. It's subtle, it's strategic. It's almost romantic in a weirdly modern way. And the options? Endless. You're not limited by distance, dating preferences, or apps trying to optimize your love life. Cute girl in another city? Another country? Doesn't matter. The DM button is global. Even better, it often feels more organic. If she replies to your meme story or you bond over a niche reel, it can feel more natural than matching on some random app. It starts casual, chill, friendly, and then suddenly, it's "so when are you coming to visit?" The cons, but don't get it twisted. Instagram dating is not all wins. It's basically DM roulette. There's no match system, no safety net. You shoot your shot and hope for the best. Could turn into a convo. Could get left on scene forever. Could be screenshotted and sent to her group chat. Risk is part of the game. Also, everyone's watching. Your ex, your friends, your coworkers, your mom, they can all see who you're liking, commenting on, and following. Flirting on IG is like trying to spit game in a room full of silent judges and potential screenshots. And let's talk about the competition. You're out here dropping heart eye emojis. Meanwhile, she's getting DMs from verified athletes, rappers, influencers. It's tough out here, king. You gotta bring more than just, hey, to stand out in that inbox. Finally, it's not actually built for dating. No bios, no clear intentions, just vibes and delusions. One day she's posting quotes about self-love and healing. The next day she's posting matching outfits with her ex-Instagram dating is emotional dodgeball. You gotta be quick, confident, and ready to take a hit. So, is Instagram good for dating? Yeah, if you've got confidence, creativity, and an iron stomach for being left on scene. It's not structured like a dating app, but if you know how to navigate, Instagram can actually go harder than all of them combined. But hey, shoot your shot. Worst case scenario, she ignores you, or screenshots it, or posts it on her story with clown emojis. Okay, yeah, maybe proceed with caution. Fellas, ever actually landed something serious from the DMs? Or did it end in a restraining order? Drop your Instagram game in the comments. We've all risked it for the story. Reply at least once. Thanks for watching the video and subscribe.